What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to ICNV Drivers Edition. I decided to drop a quick video because I'm getting a lot of DMs and messages asking me what I think about the 2024 pricing for the Corvette C8. Now, as crazy as that sounds, what do you mean, what do I think about the pricing for the 2024 Corvette C8? Let's talk about it. Okay, so I saw Corvette Blogger did release information about the Corvette C8 pricing for 2024. I haven't had a chance to truly go through it in depth, but the quick highlights I do remember is pricing pretty much went up about $2,000 for several different trim levels of the Corvette C8, whether it was the Z06 to the E-Ray, well, technically not the E-Ray, but the base Stingray. And so, since that has come out, let's just get into it like this. I would recommend you check out Rick Conti's page. I'm sure he's going to drop something about it if he hasn't already done it already. And he's probably going to give you the most detailed information about the trim levels, what options and so forth can go with it. But what I will sit there and say to you is, based off what I've seen, and like I said, I'm technically driving right now, so I'm trying to do my best to get this video out and answer these questions so my phone can possibly stop blowing up when you see this message or this video get dropped, or should I say released. So for the base Stingray 1LT, the coupe has now gone up to 67, I want to say 895, 995, somewhere around there. Don't quote me, but it's somewhere in that price range. And what does that mean? That technically means that if you got your car back in 2020 and you're looking at now, there's a $7,000 swing, which I do have a video coming, because believe it or not, there are still people that were waiting to get a car or looking to get a car in 2021 who didn't jump on the first year model, the 2020, because of the high pricing or the overpricing, that are still waiting for cars. And so now, in my opinion, but this is just a quick side note, if you waited until now, and some people are on the list, and I've even seen at the last Corvette show, one guy said he was waiting because he was refused to pay over MSRP to get a car, and so he should be getting the 2024. Well, all I can sit there and say to him is that $10,000 you saved for not buying a car in 2020, I hate to put it this way, the trim level has went up down by $7,000, and the delivery charge, or should I say destination fee, is now $1,495. So I think that has actually went up $1,000 as well. So in essence, you probably saved about $500, maybe $1,000 by not buying that 2020. That was $1,000, or should I say $10,000 over MSRP. That's something for you to think about, and I told you before, that's why I did not wait. But back into this, the 2LT is now at $74,995, and the 3LT, and these are all coupes, are somewhere around $79,645. Now convertibles, because that's what matters to me. I am a convertible person, so this is another key factor for me. The convertible 1LT starts out at $74,895, a 2LT starts off at $81,995, and a 3LT, which I have, is now priced at $86,645, which is actually quite funny because my 3LT actually MSRP'd for about a little bit more than $800 more, and that was with several options. So now, for what people are paying for a base 3LT today, I bought my car Zeus with a upgrade on the exhaust system for at least one minor thing, not to mention the paint and so forth. But I technically bought Zeus for $800 more at MSRP cost. So that's the difference in prices when you get to that level. But then, like I said, let me just park real quick. I get a little bit more in depth with this conversation with you guys. I think this is the perfect time to take a quick break and ask you guys to hit that like button. Go ahead, hit that like button if you like the content you've seen so far, and join the ICNV Drive Edition community. Subscribe to the channel. Continue to help us grow, but also by joining the community, it's an interactive community. So if you leave a comment below, I will gladly respond. And if there's something you would like to talk about, hit me up on one of my social media platforms. I'll gladly get back to you with an answer. And possibly I'll make a video about the topic and drop it amongst the other videos and content that we have coming your way. So join the ICNV Drive Edition community. But for now, let's get back to this video. So let's get a little bit more in depth. The Z06, I don't think this price adjustment is enough to actually validate the market adjustment that's been out there. But the Z06 has now went up in price, which I expected to do, and I've even told that to you guys. I even mentioned in the video before that I expected an increase. I expected about 3,000. I think it jumped about 3,000, maybe 4, something like that. I don't know. I think 3, maybe 5 grand, something like that. But ultimately, I expected the Z06 to go up in price only to make it cheaper to buy the E-Ray. So with that taking place, the Z06 now starts at $109,695 for a 1LZ, $118,595 for a 2LZ, and $123,245 for a 3LZ. And of course, we are talking about the coupes. So when you jump into the when you jump into the convertible, again, what I truly care about, we're now looking at $116,000 for a 1LZ, $125,000 for a 2LZ, and $130 grand for a 3LZ. That's a huge swing. So pay attention to that, because I would tell you now, I only expect it to keep going up for 2025, 2026, and 2027 may technically be, I don't know, but we'll see. Now, we already had the pricing for the E-Ray. E-Ray starting at 104. So 105, or should I say 109 versus 104, we're looking at a $5,000 swing to get a Corvette Z06. We're also looking at a $9,000 swing to get a 2LZ versus a 2LZ E-Ray. So the Z06 and the 2LZ is $9,000 more than an E-Ray and a 2LZ. So you see the prices slowly starting to pull away. And we have about the same market adjustment for the 3LZ in the coupe form. Now, when we go to the convertible, I want you to understand this. GM is not playing with you people. And I say that to you again because let's look at the real market pricing of this. For the Corvette E-Ray, if you get a 1LZ, the car starts off in a convertible at $111,000, $111,495, versus a Z06 that is a $5,000 swing. But when you jump to a 2LZ, which will be probably the most common car purchase or built by GM, it is a $9,000 swing from a Z06. So the Z06 is $125,000. The E-Ray is $116,995 for a convertible. When you go to the convertible, it's just a little bit less. It's like an 8 grand swing. We got $122,000 for a convertible E-Ray. So I'm saying all this to you so you get it, that GM is making or slowly creating a gap between the pricing of the E-Ray and the Z06, which will make more people who wanted more performance feel like the E-Ray is a cheaper, more affordable option. So we may get more E-Ray potential buyers just because of the pricing. Not to mention, from the research I've done, a lot of the market adjustments on the E-Ray are more tolerable. And I say tolerable because I'm finding 10 to 20 grand markups on the E-Ray versus the 50,000 to 100,000 currently on the Z06. But most people that signed up for a Z06 saw anywhere from 25 grand to 50 grand for the list they signed up on. And with the E-Ray, that just hasn't been the case. But as far as everything else goes, the museum delivery has went up in pricing, and the destination charge went up by $200. So no matter how you look at it, the 2024 model year is going to be more expensive. These Corvettes are now approaching, shall I say, decent used supercar value numbers, and it may even make you start looking at one. But if you're a true Corvette loyalist and you're a true Corvette lover, this is where we stand today. And as progression goes on with this vehicle and the more performance they get out of it, the more we're going to pay. So just addressing the video, just addressing the messages and the texts I'm getting about the pricing for the 2024 Corvette C8. That's what we have. Those are my thoughts on it, and I hope that was what you was looking for. But as always, ICNV Drive Station, please hit the like and subscribe. Join the ICNV Drive Station community. It's an interactive community, so I do address questions that you send me, especially if you reach out on any social media platform. I will answer the question or do my best to make a video about it, just like I did right here. But as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you in these streets. Peace.